Okay, 2 announcements before we get started. I have a Discord server now, so there's a link in the description for that if you're interested. A lot of the myths in this video came from there, and it's overall a more reliable way to interact with me than the comments section. Also, to celebrate 50,000 subscribers, thank you guys by the way, I'm doing an ultimate 50k subscriber giveaway. My first solo giveaway ever actually. There's 3 winners. First place will receive a brand new GameCube controller. These are hard to come by right now, so you should get one while you can. Second and third place get a Fighter's Pass and a Nintendo Switch Online subscription for 1 year, respectively. So go enter, again, there's a link in the description. Without further ado, let's get back to myth smashing. If you hit the bomb from Mr. Game & Watch's forward air before it hits you, its hitbox will deactivate. Confirmed. Normally, a projectile would either clank or trade with the move that hits it, or just ignore the attack completely depending on the move. But considering how Game & Watch's forward air is really safe and just really good overall, it's nice to know that there's counterplay for it. Peach and Daisy have different hurtboxes. Confirmed. For the longest time, everyone thought that these 2 characters were the exact same, with no differences. Although Daisy isn't quite as tall, she sticks her hands out when she's standing, so she's easier to hit horizontally, but harder to hit vertically. For ice climbers, only Nana's forward air will spike. Confirmed. If you listen closely, you'll notice that there is a difference between the sound effects of Popo's and Nana's forward airs. This shows the difference between the hit that spikes and the hit that doesn't. King Dedede can inhale Zelda's Phantom. Smashed. We've seen King Dedede inhale some wacky stuff. But oddly, a normal projectile like this one is just completely immune to the inhale. Even if the Phantom's hitbox never hits Dedede, he just physically can't swallow it, as seen by the white circles that appear on it when King Dedede attempts to do so. King Dedede's inhale will keep increasing the damage of a projectile if it reflects multiple times. Smashed. We know that unlike most reflectors, King Dedede's inhale never really breaks. It can always reflect a move no matter how powerful it is. However, it doesn't work like a normal reflector, hence why the previous myth was smashed. I believe this is also the case for Villager's Pocket. King Dedede can inhale projectiles that aren't going directly towards him. Confirmed. Okay, I know I've done like 3 myths on this one move, but stick with me. To be fair, it's a really interesting move. It doesn't matter whether the projectile is going away from Dedede or if it's just traveling vertically. The inhale always comes through. I've even seen him reflect stuff like Pikachu's Thunder. Piranha Plant's side special deals poison damage. Smashed. Even though it looks like a cloud of poison, it doesn't have exactly the same properties. You know that whole darkness effect that Ganondorf's special moves have? Piranha Plant's side special looks and sounds more similar to those. If you stack enough Revenge with Incineroar, you'll be able to use it multiple times. Smashed. The thought process behind this one is that you can only apply so much Revenge to one move. It eventually caps. So I'm thinking if you can infinitely stack Revenge, would it carry over to his next move if it couldn't fit in his first one? But unfortunately that's not the case. Or I guess fortunately for his opponent. If you charge Lucario's Aura Sphere then take damage, the aura he had from when he charged it is applied to the move, not his current aura. Smashed. See, the interesting thing about this situation is that it still looks the same as when it was originally charged, but it still applies the current aura to the damage, because I guess the game recalculates how much aura you have once you throw the sphere. Projectiles from throws can be reflected. Confirmed. It's difficult to see here because it all happens so fast, but Falco actually hits himself with the laser. This is one of the few ways I've seen to interrupt someone in the middle of their throw. Little Mac's aerial KO punch doesn't go through shields. Confirmed. Not only is Little Mac's KO punch way less powerful in the air, it actually doesn't have any of its special properties that it has on the ground. If you look at the grounded animation, the punch goes through shields and counters on the ground because it looks like Little Mac is physically going under whatever the opponent was using to block or parry the move with. In the air, he doesn't have this positional advantage, and he hits them where they would be blocking. You can reflect Olimar's smash attacks. Confirmed. Come on, this is just insulting. You can turn Olimar's own Pikmin against him, the race he put so much effort into cultivating. I thought they were just normal disjointed hitboxes, but like a lot of these myths, my initial hypotheses were wrong. But that's what makes this series so entertaining for me to make and for you to watch. Okay, enough of the sappy shit, let's get back to myth smashing. Counters are unblockable. Smashed. I didn't test this with all counters because they all work kind of the same, so there may be one or a few unblockable ones out there, but as far as standard counters like Marts go, there's nothing special about their hitboxes. One more inhale myth. King Dedede can inhale fumes from Peach's Toad. Confirmed. The weird thing about this interaction is that King Dedede doesn't actually spit the fumes back out. He just kind of breathes them in and is like, ew. I got the original idea for this myth from someone I saw on Twitter who actually inhaled Toad himself instead of just the fumes. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to replicate this. Villager can pocket projectiles from bosses. Confirmed. The fact that this is possible really shows the attention to detail that Sakurai and his team put into the game. Really, whoever thought of this is a genius. I thought they would only account for moves that characters had. You have less ledge invincibility when you're at higher percent. Confirmed. I really have no idea why this was implemented into the game, but here's my best guess. I noticed that you can't tech when you take a certain amount of knockback, but I didn't make this a myth because I figured it was pretty commonly known thanks to Beefy Smash Dudes. I think Sakurai and company wanted less of the really high percent situations to speed up the pace of the game, because people tend to play pretty campy and really safe when they're at high percent. Naturally, because they're afraid of dying. Ryu's and Ken's true Shoryukens don't have any more intangibility. Smashed. I believe the intangibility was slightly decreased from Smash 4, but there's still a lot of it there. It doesn't start at frame 1 anymore, so at least it's not the stupidly good combo breaker it was in Smash 4. But you still won't be trading with or interrupting the move very often. Cloud's limit charges faster if he gets hit while he's buried. Confirmed. Okay, this one has me really stumped. I thought charging limit was based on how much percent you take and nothing else, besides charging it manually. Normally, he would take 100% damage and get limit, but he gets it so much earlier here and it boggles my mind. I made sure he hadn't charged any before I started hitting him too. Bowser's tough guy mechanic is based on how much percent damage he takes, not knockback. Smashed. The reason this rumor is going around is because, as you can see here, some of Bowser's tilts have super armor, which is different from the normal tough guy armor he has. The super armor is based on percent, not knockback, which is why he can stomach a finishing touch during that. And finally, fire attacks will immediately detonate Link's bomb. Confirmed. I mean, it's science. Fire blows up explosives. See ya.